What do we want? A living wage! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Living wage! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Living wage! When do we want it?
Can I just bring you solidarity greetings from Jeremy Corbyn as well. He's in Scotland at the moment at a rally, but he wants to make you sure you're aware you have our 100% support in this campaign. Well, this last couple of years we've been campaigning across London for the living wage. Why? Because at the moment large numbers of people are in work, at the moment cannot survive on the wages that they have in London in particular. Two-thirds of our children now who live in poverty are living in families where people are in work. And the lesson of that is that wages are too low. And the corollary to that is whilst wages are too low, profits are too high. Shareholders at the moment are taking over 50% of the income coming in nationally. It's the first time in generations that shareholders are now getting more than workers themselves. And what does that spell out? Well, you know as best as I. It spells out exploitation.
What do we want? Living wage! What do we want? Now! What do we want? Living wage! What do we want? Now!
So what this campaign is all about is ending that exploitation, the bullying of management, the demand for recognition of trade unions, and as a result of that, the demand for a living wage. When we take action, we understand the suffering that causes people, the sacrifice it makes. But every action that's taken furthers the opportunity of gaining that living wage and gaining trade union recognition. So we have a simple message to government and employers. We will not go away. We will continue this campaign until we achieve the living wage, trade union recognition and respect for workers within our society. All across the country at the moment, different disputes are breaking out, and whether it's in the fast food chains, or whether it's in individual factories, or whether it's individual distribution centres, and yes, cinemas and theatres elsewhere. And it's simply people asking for justice, the justice to be paid a living wage that people can live upon. Whilst housing costs increase, the inflation is increasing, we now have 1 million people a year having to go to food banks just to put food on their table. We need now a concerted campaign through across the TUC trade unions to demand the living wage. We need solidarity action as well, and we need a coordinated campaign of industrial action where necessary. We've seen in individual cities like Sheffield and elsewhere, the Trades Council organised trade unions come together to do what? To demonstrate, take action, take direct action in support of this campaign. What do we need? One is, yes, determination, absolute determination that we will campaign and we will win in this campaign for the living wage. But sometimes courage as well. And there's individuals here in part of this campaign who courageously have stood up in their individual companies, in the cinemas, in the restaurants, the bars and all the rest of it as individuals to recruit others into that campaign. And I pay tribute because they're the heroes and heroines of this campaign. But above all else, what do we need? It's the third thing. It's the secret we discovered a century and a half ago at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. It was when people came together, we put it on our banners. Unity is strength. Injury to one is an injury to all.
What do we want? A living wage. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
A living wage.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
We're here today because we want the London living wage, and we're in front of the Empire Cinema, which is now a Cineworld cinema, to show them that we're serious about this. At the moment, we're not being paid the London living wage, which is calculated by the Living Wage Foundation of £9.75 per hour. We're not out striking because we want to be difficult, but we actually love our jobs quite a lot, and we want to work in these cinemas. But we want to be valued for the work that we do as well, and we think it's really odd when the company has such huge profits that they can't pay us £9.75 per hour. The company is very stubborn. They don't seem to want to budge. We're hoping that this demonstration today will get us some more publicity so that maybe the company will start negotiating with us soon, because they haven't done so far, and we're not giving up. We're just making the campaign bigger.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
My name's Kiv Legate and I work at the Ritzy in Brixton. I was born in London, but I'm having to look elsewhere to other places as a possibility to live because it's just far too expensive to live here. So it's companies like Picturehouse and Cineworld who have boatloads of money. They need to share that money with their workers because otherwise we can't live comfortably. It's not just the living wage we're fighting for, we're also fighting for company sick pay for everybody. That means you get paid your full amount on the first day of sickness because you shouldn't be punished for being ill, you shouldn't miss your rent for having the flu. We also want company maternity and paternity pay for everybody. Because parents shouldn't have to scrape by when they're trying to bring a child into this world. So, today, we're standing up. Picturehouse workers are standing up and saying, no, we're worth more than this. So what is happening at Cineworld and Picturehouse, and what's happening at so many other companies, where people are being paid low wages and are exploited, is wrong. So we're standing up and we're standing strong. Thank you for standing with us.
The Workers United will never be defeated. So with courage and determination and solidarity, we will win this campaign and we will win the living wage for all. Solidarity.